Well, good morning everybody, hope everybody's well. As you can see, we've got a different view from the cockpit this morning, and I am out test riding the Suzuki GSX S1000GT. I used to have a Suzuki and I got on well with it. The 650 that I had was a 2009 bike, so it didn't have any rider aids on it, or it didn't have a TFT screen and all that kind of stuff. And I just thought, let's go out and test ride the GSX 1000 and just see whether I could be tempted back to the Suzuki. I've not ridden an inline 4 for quite some time, and it's nice to be back on it, you know, on an inline 4. Can we get to the front of this queue before the traffic starts coming over? We'll take this GSX out today. We'll put it through its paces. We'll take it down to the Midway truck stop, and then we'll see whether I could be tempted. This quick shifter is buttery smooth. So previous Suzukis that I've ridden have had a very snatchy on-off throttle. This hasn't got that at all. The throttle is uber smooth. It's a nice place to be at the moment. Cockpit is a nice place to be. Riding position is a nice place to be. I am slightly forward in a sportier position, and my knees are up. But yeah, I'm not cramped at all. My ankles are behind me, but below my backside slightly, which is forcing me forwards, so the weight's on the wrists, and I'm sat perched on the bones of my backside rather than sat all the way back. Yeah, the only thing about being slightly forward on the wrists and then looking up is that you can feel that now in the back of my shoulder blades, whereas I'm not used to that with sitting so upright on the tracer. That TFT screen's nice. It's very, very clear to read. You've got all the displays on there that are clear. I've got bike temperature, air temperature. I've got a range, which is good. On the fuel, I haven't got a range on the tracer. That's useful. And then I've got MPG, so you could probably cycle through them and put like a trip on there or something, can't you? The steering on this, you're having to put quite a bit of work into the steering. You're having to actually push forward and push down, you know, on purpose on these bars. That's just pulled away in fourth. Lovely there. Nice little, nice bit of an induction. Nice little bit of an induction roar there from that exhaust. That quick shifter is lovely with this engine, with this gearbox. It's buttery smooth. I'm a fan of the quick shifter on this. Smooth gearbox, smooth gear changes, smooth throttle. There's no way that I could take Zoe out on the back of this as a pillion on a tour. She would be in bits. And there's no place really, I don't think, for a top box. I'd have to have a look at that. And Zoe likes a bit of protection at the back, leaning on a top box rather than her feeling she's perched on a sports bike. So it's a no for pillion. But just how often am I going to be taking Zoe out on the bike? Yeah, I think if you had a tank bag on this, and then you could run a cable into this 12-volt charger, charge your phone on the go. No heated grips though. A standard on this, but it has got cruise control. I think I would rather have heated grips over cruise control. Right, should we give this cruise control a go? Wow. Right, cruise control is on. That is stupid, having cruise control on the right button there. Right, so we'll set it for 60. I mean, who puts the cruise control button on the right button, on the right handlebar? Yep. This thing is rapid. Yes, yes. I have not been used to that amount of power for quite some time. That was just, what is this, 150 brake horse? That was smooth power. Yeah, smooth power using that quick shifter, and it was like a little bit of a rocket that was, overtaking overtaking that lorry then, and it's put a smile on my face. It's put a smile on my face. I haven't had a smile like that on the Tracer. Oh dear. Oh dear. Good thing about inline 4 is these rev all day. Power is around 7,000 on this. It's got that power there. I mean, I'm sat third gear, sat around 5,000 revs. I mean, it's not torquey, and it's not got that instant torquey pull of a twin, but it pulls, and it's like a rocket when it goes, and it wants to go as well. I'm sat here sort of teetering on 5,000 revs third gear, and I roll on and it just wants to go. Oh my god. Second gear sounds lovely. The B mode just knocks them revs down a little bit, makes it less sporty. I think it's more road orientated, B mode. C mode was a little bit laxy-daisy, but I could understand why you'd maybe want to use B mode, I think, but A mode is definitely where all the fun's at. I just thought I'd just bring it down this road because it's got a few twists and turns, and I just wanted to test out this braking and this steering. You've got Brembo on the front and you've got Nissan on the back. The back brake's not that bad for coming up to junctions and slow speed stuff, but I'm not overly impressed with these Brembos on the front, you know. And Brembo are supposed to be like the mutt's nuts of brakes. I'm just going to put that in fifth. 2,000 revs, 30 mile an hour, in fifth gear. And that is not struggling at all. You're almost on tick over doing 30 in fifth. That is a massive, massive improvement over previous Suzukis that I've ridden. Right, just rolling on this fifth up into 40. That's lovely. That was such a lovely roll on. I've just put that in fifth gear. I've just done 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 in fifth gear. I didn't need to bother taking it out. Here we go. You are having to push on them bars. I'll tell you what though, once you've put it in that corner, you want to come out of that corner, you want to exit out. I'm really, really impressed with it. The way that it comes out like a rocket out of the corner, and that quick shifter just doesn't unsettle the bike whatsoever. And you're up through the gears, up through the speed, you're pulling away, and it's just, oh, it's brilliant. I like it. Styling's nice. I'm not overly concerned about the front end. It gets, you know, it's subjective, isn't it, looks on a bike, but I'm not bent out of shape about the front end at all. I think it looks quite nice, if I'm honest. But is that a bomber up there for D-Day? It's D-Day today, isn't it? Yes, it's a big bomber up there, look. Oh wow, it's a British one as well. Oh wow, good oh, spot on. This, however, this bike is more like a Spitfire. It just wants to go, it just wants to pull. Like, I'm not even touching that throttle, and it's not jerky at all, it's a proper smooth throttle, but I'm not even touching it and it wants to just go in this A mode. It's good, I like it. Settled in the corners, it wants to just pull out of the corner there. I'm impressed with this. I've missed these inline fours. It is planted, this bike. It won't shift off a line when you're in a corner. For roads like this, this is a brilliant bike. I'm liking this, you know. I'm liking this. I don't know whether I could live with these massive antennae on the front. Bags of fun, this. Bags of fun. So I'm sort of just knocking it in, second, third gear. Stay within the limits. I'm not going stupid speeds. I'm still sticking it within the national speed limit. But I'm just knocking it between second and third gear. And it's revvy. You can hear that exhaust at the back. I mean, if you put a Scorpion or an Akapovich on the back, it'd be a lot louder. But it's still got a nice note from that standard silencer. It's planted, just doesn't want to shift out the line. And that throttle is just so smooth. Suzuki, I take it all back. I take it all back. After nipping it through the twisties there, I'm smiling. And I haven't smiled like this on a bike for ages. If you're going to take a bike out for the day, you need to just go out and enjoy yourself out on it. And the Tracer, I'm not getting that enjoyment, if I'm honest. I don't go out, I don't get it out of the garage and go, yes, I'm getting on the Tracer. The Tracer's more like a tool of just getting me round A to B, and if I'm honest, I like the engine. The engine on the Tracer's lovely, right? But there's just so many little niggles about that Tracer, with the short swing arm and the screen and the flightiness, which is making me want to look at other bikes and other options. I've been a big fan of the original sports tourer since riding the GSX 650F. I test rode the Kawasaki 1000, the GSX-S1000. I liked that bike. Similar bike this, you know, to that GSX-S1000. If I sit in the wrong gear at the wrong speed on the Tracer, I get a lot of chain rattle and it doesn't like it whatsoever. But this is smooth. And engine wise, suspension wise, I could tour on this. I could tour on this. But it's just my knees and my shoulder blades at the moment. I like this. I'm not keen on the colour. I think I'd go for the blue. Talking about like I'm going to buy it. Jesus. We've had a mixture of roads today. We've had dual carriageways, long sweeping bends, and then we've had some little tight twisties, and it's been enjoyable. And that's the main thing, isn't it? It's enjoyable. Oh my god. I didn't even need to clutch first to second. That's where this thing comes into its own. That left traffic behind, You can eat the miles with this thing. This has got the fun factor. I like it.